Right guys, we're back and we're continuing on with the Scirocco again. We want to keep this project moving, keep it going, and hopefully, there might be the odd video in between, but hopefully we'll have a full series on this. Josh is in the middle of getting it stripped at the moment. We're going to try and get the bay all stripped in this video, get it cleaned up and get it all in primer, repair a few bits, get a few bits welded up. While he's doing that, I'm getting stuck into the micro. I've already made a battery tray for it because the one that was in it wouldn't hold an 063 battery, and the battery listed for this is fortune, so I've modified that so it could fit a normal battery, got it running again. I'm now just sorting out some stickers and everything on it because we need this for the car meet on Sunday. If you guys haven't already seen the adverts on Instagram and stuff for it, we're having another coffee morning in conjunction with the guys for JPCCSC, and that's going to be done at the Coatbridge Showcase Cinema Car Park on Sunday. All the details are on our Instagram or listed in the video description below. But what I'm going to do for now is, while I finish messing about with some decals and stuff in the micro, I'm going to leave you on a time lapse with Josh while he strips the rest of this bay. Right guys, as you've seen in that time lapse, we've got most of the engine bay stripped, and we were just about to take the heater matrix out so that we can get us a good clean outside. Wait till you see this. I have never seen anything like this in my life. I've seen people bypass heater matrix before, I've seen people do all sorts of stuff, but this is next level. This is confirmed that this is a plumber or a heating engineer that's had this car before. Let me see if I can get it out. Look at this. This is obviously a homemade heater matrix, and I don't even know if it worked. It still had some water in it. It's fully sludge as well, but yeah, that was the heating system for the car. So I think we'll definitely need to find a new heater matrix for this, because we won't be putting this back in. No. Not at all. But I don't know. 10 out of 10 for effort. Like, it must have done the job. Yeah, I've never seen anything like it. We'll scrap the copper and get the money back for the car.
So we're going to spend a little bit of time today getting this all cleaned up, purely because we're trying to make most of the time up that we can, because I leave for holiday tomorrow morning, so we're trying to spend as much time getting the big jobs done whilst I'm away, because Stevie's hurt his arms and
yep.
Can't do any heavy lifting.
I'll be alright in a day or so,
I suppose.
But yeah, it'd be nice to just get the bay degreased, rubbed in, and then primer, just to stop the rust. And then, because yeah, there's not a lot of repair work needed done in here. There's a couple of wee bits here where the clips have been holding on the scuttle panel cover. They always tend to go, and there's literally one wee bit there that I've seen, just here. So we'll probably fix that, but other than that, there's not a lot of work to be done in here, hopefully.
It's actually quite surprising.
It's very surprising. Even the inner wheel arches and stuff all look kind of good, so yeah, first step in cleaning it up anyway, we'll fire some degreaser at it. We've got some Infinity Wax Super Degreaser here, so we're going to use this. This is actually my first time using this, so hopefully this will rip off all that grime for years and years of use, and give us a nice clean surface to start sanding on. So yeah, if you guys want any Infinity Wax stuff, remember to support our channel, and you've got a 10% off discount code that will be in the description. It's infinitywax.com/homebuilt, and it will get you 10% off your order online. and we also get a little bit off Infinity Wax as well for that, so you're getting a discount, you're helping us keep the channel going. It's a win-win for everybody. So jump over to Infinity Wax, the weather's nice, get some cleaning stuff, get your car clean. Let's crack on with cleaning this bay up. The degreaser has done a fantastic job of getting rid of most of that dirt and grime off of there. There's still wee bits here and there, but we're never going to get rid of all of it. Even the wheel arches, we got into them and got most of the underseal off with a high pressure nozzle. And yeah, it's pretty much good. We've no came across anything that horrifies us, which is great. So even the front cross member, that all cleaned up pretty well, and it's even still got some paint in it. I thought that was going to be one of our problem areas, but no, it all looks good. So Josh is sitting on his arse. Hello. So while this dries off, we're going to grab some lunch, charge up the cameras for a bit, and then we can get into sanding this as well, and hopefully we can get some rust treatment on there and get some etch primer on the bits that are obviously bare metal. I have got some brushable seam sealer there that we can tidy up the seam sealer with, but it's the seam sealer is a bit of a mess. Yeah. If you look at the seam sealer, it's literally just been brushed on. So we'll follow the same process and keep it looking original, but we'll obviously get this wire brushed up first, get most of the old stuff off, treat the rust, and then get it seam sealed again. So I've got brushes in there. Don't know why I said that, but I've got brushes in there, so we can use the brush on seam sealer. I just need to find the rust treatment. I don't know where that is. So right, lunchtime. Right guys, we've pushed the Scirocco back over to the bay. The engine bay has cleaned up loads better. Josh has already started wire brushing some of it down, but have a look at this. What a difference that has made. That Infinity Wax stuff is so good. It's took so much crap off that's built up over the years, and it's left us a half decent surface to start prepping. So Josh is already cracking on with the angle grinder. He's got the safety specs on, obviously.
Straight out of Poundland.
Need the safety specs. He's tackling this. I don't know why. There's no rust or rot or anything here, but the guy took it upon himself to paint it all black with some type of gloss paint. So Josh is sorting that out. While he's doing that, I'm going to cut this lip off here and see if I can make up a wee repair piece, try and get that done, and yeah, stick it on a time lapse, and hopefully we can get most of this repaired in seam sealer, and hopefully all bare metal primer today as well, ready for filler primer, eh? That was a hell of a load of grinding. My ears are ringing, Josh's ears are ringing. He's away to go and pick up some Q-rust because I can't find theirs. But the bay is looking so much better. We've got all of that black off, all of the surface rusts off, and again, nothing scaring me. Cross member actually came up really nice. We'll get some Q-rust on that and then some filler primer. The only bit is where the clutch cable comes through. This is quite common for these cracking, and of course ours is cracked. Our clutch cable had a repair plate on it, but nobody had welded it on or screwed it on. They literally just sleeved it onto the cable and left it sitting there, so we'll fix that properly, obviously. But yeah, any minute now Josh should be home, well, home back at the unit with some Q-rust, We can put it on all the bare metal, let that go off, then we'll apply some seam sealer, and then we'll get some zinc primer on this. You also seen the time lapse me cut the rotten bit out. I'm going to stitch weld a new bit on there, clean all that up, and yeah, we're getting there slowly but surely. Right, Josh is back, and they don't do hammerite Q-rust anymore, so we've got this Nitromorse metal rust control, rust converter. It looks exactly the same, to be honest, and it applies exactly the same. You basically paint it on and it will go black, and it will convert any bad metal to good metal. It will solidify the rust and make any surface rust that's still there. It will stop the spread of it, make it solid metal again. Obviously you can prep it for paint after this, you can seam sealer over it, and you can get it all looking nice and fresh. So yeah, Josh is just firing a nice thick coat of this on. We'll get it 15 minutes, and then we'll apply some seam sealer. And I've also got some zinc primer there, which is also weld through, so all the wee bits that I do need to repair, I'll still be able to fix them even though we've got paint on it. So we don't want to be leaving it in bare metal, we want to get it all covered up to prevent any further rust. Right, all seam sealed up. Back to Volkswagen Audi Group standards. We've even done a few bits that Volkswagen missed the first time, like under there. We've seam sealed that up so that we don't get any more rust. Same on this side. I know it looks messy now, but it's literally, that's how it's done for factory. If you can see the bit that's painted, it's literally just brushed on. So we've tried to mimic exactly what they've done. And now Josh is just going to have some of the bare metal with a zinc primer. Just to get a layer of protection. And then obviously, once everything's done and dusted, we'll get a nice filler primer on it. We'll wet sand it. We'll put some fresh coats. I don't even know the code for this paint yet. I've not even looked it up. I should probably look up the paint code. Right, finally all the bare metal's covered up. Josh has done a cracking job with the seam sealer. It looks exactly like how Volkswagen done it. I wasn't even joking, I was being serious. It does look like how Volkswagen done it, so yeah, it does look OEM. Once we get some filler primer in there, that'll be perfect. But we've got all of the bare metal covered up now. It's all protected, it's all been rust treated. All I've got to do now is weld that lip on, and I've got a wee bit there that I need to repair. So I'll do that in the morning. It's getting late now. You're going on holiday, you need to go home and pack. Yep. So I'll do that while you're away. I'll see you guys in the morning. Right guys, that's Josh away on holiday. But I'm not here myself. I've got Katie holding the camera, and I've got Stuart getting stuck into a wee Hyundai i10 that we're working on. That's one of our sales cars, so if you want to see what we're doing to that, you need to head on over to the Car Dealer's Diary channel, which I'll leave a link in the description for. But my job today, probably the last job I'm going to do in this video, is to rebuild this seam here on the Volkswagen Scirocco. So, as you seen in the video, where the clips go on and hold the plastic trim on here, it tends to scrape the paint off, which then allows water to get in. It then gets rusty and it corrodes away. So we had a couple of chunks that were just missing, and it just didn't look too great. So I cut it all off in the last time lapse. Now we need to weld it all back on. I've already started tacking this bit on. It's super thin though, so it's blowing holes in it very easily. I've got the welder turned right into minimum as well. So we'll get this done. This shouldn't take too long. And then there's another wee bit just here, which is pretty much the same. If Katie, you can swing round, we can show it. There's a wee bit here. I'm just going to notch this out and weld a wee bit in there, just the same as what I'm doing up here. And then that is the engine bay ready for filler primer and its proper paint job. So let's get cracking on and get this bay finished off. Right guys, there we go. The scuttle panel's all fully welded. We've got that shape back. I've put a bit of seam sealer on it as well. So this is all good. The last bit that we're going to do is this bit here. Like I said, I've already cut that out. And I have got... Oh, put it out here. I've already trimmed a wee bit out, ready to go. So this is the last bit, and then the engine bay will be fully complete. So we'll just tack this in, and then we're good to go. Right guys, I'm going to whack a bit of seam sealer on the welds. Volkswagen didn't seam seal this bit, but I don't know, it just seems like it'll be a bit more protected if I seam seal it, so I'm going to just try and make this last as long as possible. We didn't want to go to all this work and then a year later there's another bit that needs welded. That's just pointless. So bit of extra seam sealer, never hurt anybody. It just stops the water getting between all the panels, because that's inevitably how rust starts. And that was, well, you guys know I love a Japanese car. The Nissan S13s were pretty good, but when Nissan done the S14 and the S15, there was a real lack of seam sealer, and the water just gets between the seams and completely rusts them out, and that's why you don't see so many of them anymore. But yeah, one day, hopefully, we'll still have a nice S15 in the garage at some point. So there we have it, the inside of the Volkswagen Scirocco engine bay is all fully rust free, repaired, seam sealed, zinc primered and ready to go. So next step will be probably fixing the rest of the rust on the car, so back arches, holes in the floor, all that type of thing. We'll get all that done before we start using filler primers and things, because I want to try and do as much of the filler primer as I can at once. But I think the progress on this has been absolutely brilliant so far. I've also spoke to a few companies that have worked with us before, and it looks like we might be getting a few parts for this coming in soon, so that will be good as well. But for this video I'm going to call it here, because like I said, I want to try and keep this momentum of doing a Wednesday and Friday upload schedule going, and obviously we want to be smashing into this as much as possible and getting this out on the road for the shows this summer so we can get it up for sale. So this is going up for sale. If any of you guys are interested, my email address is on there as well. Hit me up if you're interested. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.